Want to know where the standard view, water view, and preferred rooms are at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort? It's coming up right now. With over 2,000 guest rooms and 64 suites, Disney's Coronado Springs Resort is one of the larger hotels at Walt Disney World. But this moderately priced Spanish-Mexican-themed resort is also one of the best-kept secrets at Disney. It's a terrific value for the money. See, Coronado Springs is the flagship moderate resort at Walt Disney World, so it has a lot more amenities than other moderate hotels. Plus, it's a convention hotel. To cater to convention clientele, the rooms have upgraded soft goods, and they're about 275 square feet. And Coronado Springs is unique in other ways. It's the only Disney World moderate hotel to have central air conditioning in the rooms. Other moderates have these through-the-wall units, and they can be on the noisy side. And Disney's Coronado Springs Resort is the only moderate to have 2 fitness centers, a spa, multiple restaurants and lounges, including an upscale rooftop restaurant. And it's the only moderate hotel to offer suites and a club-level option. Oh, and here's another secret. Club-level rooms at Coronado Springs cost less than the club-level rooms at the deluxe resorts, and it's a nearly identical experience. Now, there are 2 main sections of the resort, the original campus section and the 15-story Gran Destino Tower. And unlike other moderates, you can actually book the section that you want. But here's the thing, the campus section is broken down into 3 villages. They're known as the Casitas, Ranchos, and Cabanas. While you cannot specifically book a room in these villages, you can, however, enter a request with your reservation. I'll show you the difference between the standard view, water view, and preferred view, plus how to increase your chances of Disney honoring your request. And if you prefer to let me do all this work for you, that's okay. Every day I make room requests for clients across Walt Disney World property. See the comments section below for more information. Coronado's campus is made up of individual 2, 3, and 4-story buildings. There's 12 of them in all, and they are all situated around a sizable lake called Lago Dorado. Most rooms have 2 queen beds and can sleep up to 4 adults. And this is an important distinction here. There are no 5-person standard rooms at Coronado. For that, you'd want to go with Port Orleans Riverside and Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. Rooms within Coronado's campus are accessed via exterior corridors and have exterior entry to the rooms. Rooms at the end of each corridor have an additional side window that allows for more natural light. These are known as corner rooms. Each of Coronado's villages has its own pool nearby, but there's also a feature pool complex called the Dig Site, where you'll find a Mayan temple theme and a water slide. The Casitas section is made up of 3- and 4-story buildings, and it's the closest to the lobby, dining, and the convention center. It's a themed to an urban setting with courtyards, tranquil fountains, and market-style buildings. This is also where the preferred rooms and the suites are located, but more on that later. Ranchos has more of a village vibe. Think of the American Southwest with cactus plants and rock gardens. 2- and 3-story buildings make up the Ranchos, and there is also a quiet pool here. In terms of theme, this is by far my favorite village at the resort. The style of the buildings and the rock gardens are just beautiful. But it's pretty far from the lobby, especially if you're in building 7A. And Cabanas has the most of the water view rooms overlooking the lake. It's also somewhat close to the main lobby and dining in Gran Destino Tower, and it's also convenient. Cabanas is the second most requested section at the resort after Casitas. Then, of course, there's Gran Destino Tower, which is made up of modern, standard rooms that sleep up to 4 people, but there are also a number of suites here, and you'll find the club-level lounge here way up on the top floor, known as the Kronos Club. Rooms are accessed in the tower via interior hallways. The elevator system is ingenious, too. First, you select your floor prior to getting in the elevator. A computer will automatically figure out the most efficient way to get you to your floor, and it sends you a pre-programmed car to take you there. And I have no idea why cruise ships haven't figured this out, but it's one of the best elevator systems I've ever seen. I would recommend Gran Destino Tower over the campus section at Coronado just because it's the most convenient option. Being a tower, you simply take the elevator down to the lobby for dining and transportation. Oh, and the bus stop is located just outside. Coronado Springs is a large resort, and some of the rooms in the campus section will require up to a half-mile walk. Internal shuttles are available to minimize walking, and there are multiple bus stops within the resort, so when you'd like to visit the Disney theme parks, you won't have to walk all the way back to the lobby. There are these satellite bus stops stationed around the resort. Now, for the purpose of this presentation, I have simplified the room categories at Coronado just based on what 99% of my clients book. But if you need a special room category like an accessible room or a suite, get in touch with me and I can dig deeper into that with you. So let's go over where you'll find standard, water, and preferred view rooms at Coronado Springs. All right, let's start with standard view rooms at Gran Destino Tower. They will have a view of the parking area and a distant view of Disney's Hollywood Studios and even the Tower of Terror. Standard view rooms in the tower cost more than standard view rooms in the campus, just because of the convenience of being in the tower. On the opposite side of the tower, you'll find the water view rooms, which overlook the lake and the campus. Water view rooms cost only slightly more than standard view rooms, but aside from the view, they are identical inside. If you request a water view room on a high floor, you'll have a view of a distant Disney's Animal Kingdom park, and you might even be able to see Expedition Everest. And it does light up at night, which looks very cool. If it were me, I would book a water view room. I think the upgraded view is worth the extra cost. The campus section looks especially beautiful at night when it's all lit up. Now, standard view in the campus section is the most economical room category within the resort. For nightly rates, you can see my article on OrlandoParkSky.com, but I'll link to this in the comments in the section below. There are more standard view rooms than any other category, and they are found in every village of the campus except buildings 1 and 3, which are located in the Casitas section, because these are the preferred rooms and suites. The definition of standard view varies at Coronado Springs. It can mean anything from a view of a courtyard and or a parking area. In this category, I would make a request not by view, but by location. If you prefer a room with a shorter walk to the main lobby and dining options, request buildings 2, 4, or 5 in Casitas. Remember that Casitas is closest to the resort's lobby, dining, and convention center. Standard view rooms in buildings 2 and 4 are close to the laundry facilities and the quiet pool. Building 4 is closest to Casitas bus stop. And if you would like to be closest to the Coronado's feature pool, the dig site, rooms in Building 5 are closest via the bridge that run across the lake. If you prefer a room in a quiet location away from people walking by a room, request a room in the Ranchos section, which would be Building 7A, 6A, and 6B, or even Building 8A and B in Cabanas. Just keep in mind that Ranchos is pretty remote while Cabanas is somewhat closer to the lobby and dining. Now, water view rooms mean literally just that, but this could be water in a pool or water in a lake. You'll find water view rooms in Casitas, Ranchos, and Cabanas. There's no way to manually select which type of water view you'll have. Your room will be selected when you check in. Some of the best water view rooms at Coronado Springs are found in the Casitas and Cabanas villages. In Casitas, the best water view rooms are in buildings 3 and 5. In Cabanas, the best views will be in buildings 8B and 8C. For the best of both worlds, convenient location, and a water view, I recommend buildings 3 and 5 in Casitas. Now, just keep in mind that a walkway runs between the buildings and the lake, and so it may not feel very private. It is a heavily used walkway. For a little more privacy, request a water view room in the Cabanas village. Yes, there's a walkway there too, but the buildings are set further back, so you have more privacy. Now, water view rooms also exist in Building 4, but it's a little bit closer to the main lobby than Building 5, but here's the issue. Remember that water view rooms can also be a pool view room. So some rooms in Building 4 overlook the lake, but there are more rooms that overlook the quiet pool. This means you have a greater chance of getting a pool view room in Building 4 than a view of the lake. So where are the preferred rooms? Well, first it's important to know that preferred rooms at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort cost more than other campus categories, and they have views of the lake, courtyard, or a parking area. So why would a parking lot view cost more? Well, notice that preferred room doesn't mention a specific view. These rooms are specifically in a convenient location. Preferred rooms are located in the Casitas Village, which is closest to the convention center, restaurants, shopping, and the main lobby. You can request a specific view in the preferred category, either a view of the lake or one of the courtyards. Preferred rooms are located in buildings 1, 2, and 3. Now, are preferred rooms worth the additional cost? I say yes. Coronado Springs is a massive resort, and the added convenience of having a shorter walk is money well spent here. Preferred rooms that are also in a quiet location can be found in buildings 1 and 3. Those that overlook the courtyard will be the most quiet. Rooms that are close to the convention center will be in buildings 1 and 2. Just keep in mind that building 1 houses most of the suites, so there's a limited number of standard rooms in building 1. Now, buildings 2 and 3 are closest to the village pool in Casitas and the resort's feature pool, the dig site. The quickest route to the feature pool is to take the bridge that goes across the lake. Making a room request at Coronado Springs is something that I help clients with all the time. And I've learned a few tricks of the trade that help increase your chances of having your request honored. But requests at Disney are never guaranteed. Based on what my clients tell me, my room requests are honored about 80% of the time, which means that if Disney's able to do it, then they'll do it for you. But there's just some scenarios where it just can't be done, and it's unfortunate. But if you can't get the room that you want on the first night or when you check in, you can ask the front desk to see if it would be available later on during your stay, and maybe you can do a room change. To see a list of the best rooms at Coronado Springs, head over to my website, orlandoparksguy.com. Click on Disney World and then Hotel Guides. I'll add a link to the comments below. My name is Darren from orlandoparksguy.com. Every day I help people plan magical vacations to Walt Disney World, Universal Orlando, Disney Cruise Line, and Royal Caribbean. If you have any questions about this video, go ahead and use the comments section below, or even tell me what you'd like to see next. Click that notification button to get alerts when my next video airs, and until then, thanks for watching.